Hey guys, it's Drac and this is a box. Now, the video would be really boring if we just talked about a box, so I'm going to show you the box inside the box, which showcases the new Nerf Elite Hailfire. This is the flagship blaster for the new Nerf Elite line. Looks like we're using the same style of clips, half clear, half solid. Still not a fan of that, but it's growing on me slowly. Designed to use elite clip system darts. Clearly a flywheel blaster of some sort. We have an advancing handle, we have tactical rails, we have the acceleration or rev trigger, which means that this will rev up its flywheels, and then this will be the firing mechanism. I assume that this is semi-automatic and that each trigger pull will prime it, but we're going to find out because this is the comprehensive Nerf Hailfire review. We have a rotating ammo rack capable of holding 8 different clips. We're gonna go ahead and jump inside and see what all is included. It's somewhat frustrating that they only give you, it says here, 4 clips and 24 darts, which means you can half fill the blaster, and in order to complete it you have to purchase, I saw it on here somewhere, yes, down here, you can get fully loaded by buying an extra thing. So it's worth realizing that to complete an entire Hailfire and fully load it up, get your maximum value out of it, you will have to purchase not only the Hailfire but something else, unless you already have a bunch of in-strike clips, which some Nerfers do and some Nerfers don't, so it is worth mentioning. Doesn't say it anywhere on the box, but there's definitely some assembly required. Since I want this view to be as comprehensive as possible, I'm going to do the assembly all on camera. We have the shell here, 2 separate pieces, very cool elite color scheme. We have both pieces of the advancing handle, I believe, here and here. We have the blaster's main body, which is very, very cool. Rotating, clip well, Lazy Susan style. Acceleration, wow, this handle is super duper comfortable, very cool. Clear jam door, which is great. It eliminates the need to remove the jam door completely to see how your blaster works. That's very, very cool. I like that feature a lot. This is obviously where the handle attaches, and it looks like we're actually dealing with some very tight flywheels. I want to make sure that you guys can see that in the camera. I think that's very cool. It's going to get a much better grip on streamlines, which means that hopefully this can reach the 75-foot range claims. Now, I know that the direct plunger system blasters have been, and I hope that this can live up to it as well. I'm actually going to tuck the blaster over the camera real quick so that you can see there that there's a guiding ramp that leads into the flywheels, which means that we ought to get perfect chambering, assuming everything else goes well. This is the dart pusher. You can see it kind of half move when I tweak the trigger a little bit. The rest of the package entails 24 elite darts, very, very cool, and a full set of 4 of the new style 6-round clips. Again, not sure how I personally feel about them, but if they're your aesthetic choice, then that's really cool that you can get 6 of them in this package. Now, I am going to look at the instructions because I haven't seen anybody else with a Hailfire and I want to make sure I put it together correctly. Looks like the Hailfire will be taking 4 AA batteries for a complete total of 6 volts stock. That's not so bad. We'll probably have to do something about that in the mod guide later on. Okay, so it looks like this is pretty stupid proof. We're just going to snap on the parts. Hopefully I don't have to eat those words. So these pieces slide in, there are grooves that align them, and it is stupid proof. I'm trying to put the wrong one on. This is a shallow indentation, this is a deep indentation, and you can see that there's a deep and a shallow end to lock in your grooves, which means that as long as you line them up properly, which I didn't the first time, they should snap right into place. Click, click, you can see that there are clamps there that allow you to pop the blaster into place. So this one has to go on like so. It's worth mentioning that this cover is a non-essential piece, but it does serve to protect your clip, so I think it's a very important piece. I also think that the Hailfire looks much better with it in place. These snaps do not want to fit for me. Very frustrating. Maybe it's designed to be loose like this, but I seriously doubt it. There we go. There we go. Okay, so once you do get those clips into place, the blaster is much more solid than you would assume, and I'm very pleased about that. I also like that the seams are reasonably flawless. I'm sorry that you guys had to watch me struggle with it for so long. I know that that's probably not great footage. I'll try and remember to put an annotation in so that you know to skip it. These snap on like so. There is a nub on this side to inform you that this is where this piece goes. So that one clicks on right like that. I have no idea how difficult these will be to get off once they're on. Hopefully they're not like long strike stocks. Now once this is in place, you can rotate through your Lazy Susan by pushing it forward and then back. We're definitely rotating this direction, that's counterclockwise, and the clips lock in. Obviously they have to face outwards, so they click in just like that. Very cool, not nearly as flimsy as I thought it would be, so I'm very pleased about that. Batteries are obviously located in the back here. We have an orange battery tray. Looks like 2 standard sized Phillips head screws to remove. And I have 4 brand new AA's so that we can get peak performance out of it right off the bat. See how the ranges are. If you guys have any suggestions for things that you'd like me to try or demo with the Hailfire, feel free to make those in the comment section below, and if I like them, I will get to them. Alright, so now that it's on, we can hear it rev up. Reasonably quiet for a flywheel blaster, not all that bad. It's worth noting that there is a lock. That's going to have to go in the mod guide. I don't like that. You cannot pull the trigger to advance the plunger unless it's revved up. I think that it also locks as soon as you move the jam door. Again, that's not a huge deal, but I like my blaster to be lockless. I want it to do what I want it to do. So I'm going to load one of these nifty nuke style clips with 6 elite darts. I think I'll load one more. We'll just load it with 4 so that we can check out the rotation as well. So we're going to go ahead and lock these in. Again, darts facing outward. We want to make sure that everything chambers properly. And I'll throw in 2 over here just for counterweights. So the blaster balances very well, and it rotates in a very intuitive manner. Now I believe I've got these chambered. You can see the blue dart there very clearly. I'm going to fire it. I guess I'm supposed to hold it here. Okay, so it is semi-auto, which means that it's going to fire as fast as you can pull the trigger. I'll go through this 6-round clip as quickly as possible. The ranges look impressive. They don't look nearly as good as the Rampage and the Retaliator's ranges, but I am very pleased with them. Snapping into place is very easy. And it looks like we're looking at about like 45-foot ranges flat, a little more with a little bit of an angle, so it's not the most elite of the elite blasters, but it's very cool. It's a very new design, and I like that Hasbro is tinkering with all sorts of new ideas. I'm very excited about this blaster. I'm particularly excited about the concept of utilizing ludicrously high capacity ammunition in it. Although this one doesn't seem to want to fit. That's very frustrating. This is the last thing I'm going to do in this review, I think, is tinker with how the blaster performs with a drum in it and if it will accept a drum. It should, because this is the elite drum from my personal Rampage. So that's 4 darts facing outwards, loaded in. It looks a little goofy with this huge clip, but the rotation mechanism still works, although it is definitely a little bit heavier. This will be a great heavy style weapon for HVZ. Very cool, very interesting, very versatile. It's worth mentioning that as long as you have reasonably small clips in it, it's very easy to one-hand wield this blaster. It's not heavy at all, even with the AA batteries in it. Although it is a little awkward, it's very hard for me to keep a comfortable grip and not hit this rev-up trigger. All in all, that is my review for the Nerf Hailfire. It is the flagship of the Elite line. I hope you enjoyed my review. Check out the mod guide soon. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.